usually we have for analysis, design analysis is course. I don't know about the solution. Maybe like in the mid action, you have a multiple choice and easy, both of them. But in this is close. If have a multiple choice, and maybe some like definition, like you know about miracle, black hole, like that, and then about some in data flow diagram. So you may know about the terminology about data flow diagram and then document flow diagram. Wait a minute. So terminology about all of this material. So from use case maybe some terminology about extended filming like that, and then for PPMN they have some terminology about pool. Still remember streamline. So if we have a multiple choice creation, but for essay usually maybe you will have some case study, and then maybe develop how about DFD, data flow diagram, or error recognition like we have practiced in last week. Okay, and this is the general information about in the next week our final text. So now we go to this is maybe like I will give only clips of so only this slide very this is only 56, but I only share all the important things. So if we come back to the methodology of system methodology. So the first one is planning, second one
analyze,
and then
design, implementation,
and
maintenance.
in analysis, we do some use case, and then criteria. And for the design, we design by DFT. Or some literature they call it flowchart. And then for the design, we must know about the architecture of simulation system. So we have data, we have code. data, we must have a database. We model it with the entity relationship diagram in the first section before with Excel. And then for the process, we must build the application for the business process. We model it with data flow diagram. The next one is about communication. So we will user for this material is only about theory, how to develop the user interface. So now we move in this one. So in this afternoon, we learn about document flow diagram and then user interface. Must have a conceptual design. So conceptual design is like data flow diagram, document flow diagram. So we make some graphic to show about the system, how the system is. So this is remodeling process with DFT, data modeling with EFT, and then object modeling. This is the newest one. So not the newest, but most of the programming they will use this modeling, object modeling. This is technique that focus on object-oriented approach. So this is document flow diagram. This is complementary about the data flow diagram to show how business in the how the system is worked. So this is about the process business. For document flow diagram, this is illustrate the flow of document files. So this is different with data flow diagram. If in data flow diagram we have this one, data in the database, and then
Process.
Process and
Output. And
process is the algorithm. Yes. Okay. This one. And data and process. So, but in the document flow diagram, this is you know about standard operating procedure. This one we can call it document flow diagram. So this illustrates the flow of document within a series of process. Sometimes also making the coding negotiation of relevant stakeholders. So the modern technique use flowchart and activity diagram. A symbol in flowchart is the same with the symbol in the algorithm and programming. So this like terminal and connection, manual operation component. This is the same with the previous subject in algorithm. Algorithm and programming algorithm. Yes.
yes.
Okay, input output. This is the same. This is the symbol for the activity diagram. So this is activity. You will maybe will learn in a simulation subject in I don't know in what year, maybe next year you will learn about the simulation subject. They will use activity diagram, this subject. So this is the symbol for the activity diagram. We have an action, activity. Action is a simple non-decomposed piece of behavior this is activity. So activity, they plug the bio name and they need some duration to doing an activity. This is a class name. This swim lane. Swim lane is used to break up the activity diagram into rows and columns. This is the same with the in the PPMN. This is a symbol for the activity. You can take a look at your website. This is the academic information system. I'm sorry. Hey, this is for entity relationship diagram. So if we have this one, this is a data, and then this is overview diagram, decomposition tree. This is the same with the DFD data flow diagram in the previous previous week. But this is for what document, what flow of the document to some activity in the process in the decomposition tree. So this is tell us about in data flow diagram 1.1. This is a lecture data management. So for data master, this is so the first one is from start, and then it is new data. If new data, we fill the lecture information. This is the document. The document, the data for the lecture, and then this document will send to the recording administration staff to input in the system. So this is show how the document flow from lecturer to the administration staff, like this. So this point is focused in the document, different with the data flow. In data flow, we only go about the how interaction between data and the process in data flow, but in document show how the document, how flow the document from one actor to the other actor, one stakeholder to the other stakeholder. This is for lecture data management. I'm sorry for Atlantic in Indonesia. Maybe you can ask your friend. So this is how we add the new data, and then for the data, they still need some document. This is the symbol for the document. This is for cost data management. So the same with the lecture, we can add the new one, update, and then delete the data. And then for student data management, this is for data master, this is grading rule, and this is for schedule creation. So this is the step about how this document flow from start until the end process of the schedule creation. This is teaching assignment, registration. This is for document flow diagram, and then for the using activity diagram like this. So they use a different symbol. The first one start, and then they will choose if that they add new data or update data or delete data or only read the data. So this one. So this is start, and then this is the administration staff. They can choose about this is for editing data, and then update, delete, or only read the data. So this is the flow for the activity. This is focused on the activity between lecturer and for the recording or administrations. This is the difference between a flow chart and then data flow diagram and for document flow diagram. Okay, but in practicum, next semester you will join practicum for this one, database. So you build a database using Python, but the focus mainly in data flow diagram. Okay. Any question for the document flow diagram?
Sorry. Do we only use like Python for database, or it can be something else? Like
Some
I saw my friend using like PHP.
yes, you can use it, but in industrial, if you take a look in the Philcom,
Yes.
yes, they use many programming, PHP, and then maybe use the most common is PHP, but in industrial engineering we use Python because maybe they have want to have a related between the algorithm and programming and algorithm subject with the APS. This one. You can choose what software to build the information system. There are many, but in industrial engineering we fit into Python. Any question? You can search about for coding, for coding to create some code to develop the information system. In industrial engineering, they have we must have ability to design about the system. So the point, the focus, so we on in this area, we the lecturer wants that you know how to develop about the system, not only programming. Programming is just you have a plus point. You have some maybe positive ability, but you must know about how to develop the system. So how to model it. This is the main objective to learn about this subject. So not you must have advanced skill in the programming, no, but you must have an advanced skill to develop this one. How to make some model about and know about the system. So this is the main objective for this subject, not for programming is okay. This is plus value or added value for you. But we must know about the model. So the conceptual modeling is the important for in industrial engineering. Okay, the next one we discuss about the user interface. This is the third in the information system architecture is about the communication between stakeholder to the system information. We have some communication. We must develop the user interface. For develop user interface, we need maybe some other material for the advance is ergonomic. Have you done this one? Ergonomic? Okay? No. Maybe next semester or next year. And then the second one is about this is because for the user interface we must consider the stakeholder. The stakeholder, maybe you know about the its different its. Maybe the user interface may be different. Or you can know about the games. This is different user interface, the design for the modeling for maybe games for baby, games for children, and game for your college student. The different. So they will consider it to design user interface. Besides that, you must concern about if we take about the economy, color is important to make some impression about user interface. So this is multi-discipline to develop this one, and we call it usability, or you call it UX. User interface and user experience. So they will know the discipline to do. So system design for user interface. We now in the third vertical. And then this is the same. User interface design. So each system user has different needs and preference for interface design, especially when they have different type of characteristic in using computer or other information. So different user, different needs, maybe different knowledge, maybe the user interface is different. So we must know about the stakeholder. We can apply ergonomic principle or human engineering in the interface design because its color. Maybe in economic you will learn about this is we call it visual display. So they determine how big the object, then the size of the so maybe how the size of this type stakeholder can look it clearly without this easy. I mean that in economic we must know how big this font that can be easily understand for the user. So this is we learn it in the visual display in economic subject. So for the user interface design, we can apply ergonomic principle like that. We can integrate output and input design into the interface as a whole, creating a dialogue between the system, user, and the computer. Dialogue itu like that. If we make some changes, we will maybe some box that that show that we have been saved this, we have changed this. This is a communication. So this is a dialogue between system user and the computer. Like if we maybe wrong input, this is error maybe, and we can creating some dialogue. This is in the user interface design. The next one is understand the role of operating system, web browser, and other technology in the interface design. So operating system, do you know what is operating system? Windows. Web browser.
Chrome, Firefox.
Okay, that's Mozilla and other. Okay, implement interface stability that align with the implementing system and represent the design of prototype to facilitate. In this one, we can classify the system user. This is an expert user and for the notified user. So expert user, they have a user with the extensive and equals expert notified user, computer user with limited experience. This is maybe the user interface will be different. We can classify this one. This is guideline for designing a user interface. Understand the need and then involve system user. Test the system by conducting trial with system user and apply an iterative design approach. So we make a design, we test the system to the user, and then we develop the design. We test again, we test, develop an iterative design approach. This is ergonomic or human engineering guideline. Then the user, the system expert right now, the data has been entered correctly, explain the reason why you did the process, and format scan instruction message in the some general display area, display message and instruction without enough room to user entry. This is the guideline, you can just read it. And then this is the dialogue. We must make dialogue, the overall flow of screen and message for communication. So the tone is use simple, don't be funny or cute, don't be condescending, don't use computer jargon, avoid post abbreviation. So use simple term like okay, error, must be this is about the dialogue. And then operating system. This one, Windows, Macintosh, Linux. Have you ever been try a Linux?
I have.
Okay.
Yes.
And then Ubuntu. You have been. This is a graphical user interface consideration. Windows. Menu for icon interface. So like this. This is for this is a pull down cascading. We can develop like this. Like if we take a look at the Word or in Excel, this is a development. This is pop up menu. This is toolbar. This is iconic menu. Menu. Instruction driver. Okay, this is how user. This is the old one. This is for Microsoft Access. Visio Excel. So this is a user interface control. This is in Visual Basic application. For input design of the we define the appropriate format and media for the computer input. Explain the difference between data capture, data entry, and data input. Data capture is identification and acquisition of the new data. So we entry data capture, we capture the data, identification, and data entry process the translating the source data into the computer in format that can be readable. So in input, this is the input method: keyboard, mouse, touch screen, point of sale, terminal, and etc. And then for input design, we must have the instruction to completing the form. We minimize amount of the hand counting. Data entered should be sequenced from top to bottom or from left to the right. When possible, use design based on non-metaphors. So this is the path flow for input data. So if the flow like this, up and down, left to right, right to left, like this is path flow. So we can maybe design it more. The flow is consistent from left to the right and then down. This is easier for the user to apply this information system. If we want to develop a user interface, the flow must be considered. Okay, this is for input, for both input and for output. This is input identification, system input and review requirement, and then select appropriate. GUI itu graphic user interface control. Design validate. This is prototype. This is a kind of prototype, and then output design. We can distinguish between internal, external, and turnaround output. We differentiate between detail, summary, and accession report. So maybe with output about the report, we can differentiate between which one is detail, which one is summary, and which one is exception. Maybe for the exception we have maybe this is some we call it outlier data. Maybe this is too high data or too slow data. We can make some maybe not we can show it in the different color. So this is for output design and prototyping. So for internal input, we can detail report, summary report, and exception report. So this is a detail. Detail report like listing a customer. Summary report, we don't have to wait to detail, but this is maybe we can present in the graphical format like pie diagram or bar chart. Exception report, this is an internal output that filter data to report exception. A listing of customer with past account. This is the detail report, summary report, and exception report. For the external output that is the organization, internet for customer, and turnaround document. So we can from the system information we input data, and the output is about the report. The report maybe can be easily print in the print format by the information system. Like in your information system, academic information system, we can just click and then to print about the study plan. The format is ready in the information system, like that. So this is for the summary. We can use a chart. So can line chart. Line chart is for show about the series of Katakudaka, and then area chart, bar chart, column chart, and then pie chart, donut chart, radar chart, scatter, and the other one. So this is for output data. This is the guideline for the output design. So the first one is input the data, date and timestamp, section heading, query level. This is for the guideline for output design. So we must include this information to make the output design is readable and can easily understand. Okay, the timing of output is important. Output must be accepted during the system user will receive. So in your study plan, if you print yesterday and next week they will have the different date for the printer. This is crucial for the output design guideline to know when the output so this is the principle tabular customization. This is the kind of user interface in the system information. Okay. Maybe any question? This is only theory, so you can read and maybe understand. So in maybe in the this is for theory. This is for you must will be yeah.
For our final exam for this subject book,
Yes.
Is it closed book?
Plus
And also this is the case study.
I do know the exact name. The team, the subject team, still not yet discussed it, but usually in the previous final exam, they this is close. Can be multiple choice. If multiple choice, then maybe a theory about data flow diagram, about terminology, we know about black hole, miracle, and then for the BMN we have a swing line, pool, and then for use case extended, like that. Those for database, maybe package data, you must know about it, and maybe multiple choice. For the essay, because case study, you develop the DFT or error recognition like the exercise last week. Wait a minute. I will take a look at the LPS for the study plan for the LPS. 1A, 1B, 2A, 2B. So we'll assess about 1B. You can design about so-called conceptual model for business approach like GFT. This one. So you will build a GFT or document diagram, or so for the exam maybe you will design about I don't know about GFT or document flow or business process BPMN or use case, but you must can design the process, the model, conceptual model. The next one, you know about analyze to problem analysis like thesis or analysis from information system. You can use a BPMN, use case or activity. This is GFT, document flow activity, and then you can use tools like use case diagram, BPMN or activity chart to analyze needed. So maybe the study case. This is some case you can know about the problem. So maybe you will doing some you design some business process modeling, and then from the existing system maybe they have a problem and you give solution. Maybe you give another process, so you use propose BPMN and you develop the like that. This is some example of the question in the final exam to assess this learning outcome. Okay? Any question?